The following video has been brought to you by RYN Studios. Release your nerd. Hello everyone, my name is the King of Clubs and welcome to another episode of List It. In this episode we're going to be counting down my picks for top 10 dog breeds. Now I love all dog breeds, really do not have any dog breeds that I don't like too much. I do prefer larger breeds personally, so this list is going to consist mostly of large and medium-sized breeds. But if you guys want me to do a part 2 to this one, be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below or message me on one of my social media links. If I get enough people that want a second video for this one, I will be happy to do a part 2 later on. But for right now, we're just going to do the top 10, which was a pretty hard list for me to compile just to limit myself to 10. But we're going to go ahead and do these, and we'll see how it goes from there. Alright, number 10 is English Bulldog. I've always liked Bulldogs. I've always thought that English Bulldogs were cool. I know that typically they are a hard breed to keep in shape. I know a lot of people tend to let their Bulldogs get overweight, which is it's hard to keep a dog in shape if you're a busy person. But for this breed, because they're not overly active, I recommend just kind of watching their diet. I'm not a fan of the idea of free feeding. In fact, I think it's a terrible idea. I think that with dogs, you need to regulate what they eat, much like you would regulate yourself. I know I'm really not one that should say much. I'm a bigger person myself, but at the same time, I'm not constantly eating either. Alright, number 9 is German Shepherds. What most people associate as being the police dog. German Shepherds have always been cool to me because of their shaggy coats and just their general patterns. I'm very much a visual person, so anytime I see a visual pattern or like a coat coloring that I like, it usually catches my attention. German Shepherds come in multiple colors, multiple patterns, and so that's always kind of interested me with their coats. Just also their general build. They're a larger dog, a shaggier dog, and a very active breed. They don't like to sit still for very long. Moving on to number 8 is the Doberman Pinscher. Another active breed, another breed associated with guarding and protecting. Sometimes they get a bad reputation for being the bad guy dog for people who are looking for a vicious dog to scare away intruders. Honestly, I've seen some of the nicest Dobermans in the world. In fact, there was, I'm sure there still is, a YouTube channel that featured a Doberman named Ramsey. I believe the channel was called Pablo and Ramsey, and it actually featured a couple different dogs, one of which was a Doberman Pinscher that was really sweet and really gentle. So, it's one of those breeds, as you'll see on the list. I have a lot of breeds that have had or currently have a negative reputation among a lot of people because a lot of people believe what they hear in the media. They believe that, oh, this breed is just bad because it attacks people. That's not the case. I'm a firm believer that a dog that does attack people should be put to sleep, yes, but at the same time, a healthy dog won't attack a person. There actually has to be something wrong with the animal for it to attack a human, because there's no breeding or specific type of dog that attacks humans at will. That just doesn't exist. Alright, number 7 is the American Bulldog. Similar to the English Bulldog, again, it's another type of breed I really enjoy. The American Bulldogs are taller and usually a bit more muscle-based as opposed to, whereas the English Bulldog has usually the shorter, stubbier limbs. American Bulldogs have long legs and usually more meat and more muscle to their frame. Also, American Bulldogs tend to not have as many breathing problems. Their faces are not as smushed in as what you would see with an English Bulldog. So they actually have better athletic abilities because they don't have the brachycephalic face. Alright, number 6 is the Siberian Husky. Very similar to the German Shepherd that I mentioned beforehand, Siberian Huskies are another breed that I like based on a lot of their visual appeal. They have that wolf look to them, which I always thought was cool. I mean, I've always, as a little kid, I grew up loving wolves, loving most animals. And so Huskies always kind of caught my attention. I do have a relative that has a Husky, and they are very much one-person dogs. They tend to find a person, and they become extremely loyal to that one person. Case in point, this relative is actually a cousin of mine, and his Husky will listen to nobody but him. Okay. Let's see. Number 5 is Shiba Inus. Shiba Inus are one of the breeds that originate in Japan, I believe, and very unique. They have almost like a fox type of feature to their appearance in a way. Obviously, they're much bigger than what a fox would be, but they're pretty interesting creatures. They're very stubborn, they're very much these smart aleck type of dog breed. They can be very stubborn. They can be difficult to train, especially if they don't take you seriously. But they're also a lot of fun. A lot of energy goes with Shiba Inus. It's actually one dog breed I have not owned, but I would definitely love owning at some point in time. As are most of these dog breeds. I would love to own really any of them, and some of them I already have owned or currently own. Moving on to number 4 is the Burmese Mountain Dog. Burmese Mountain Dogs, they possess a coat pattern that I'm a huge fan of. I love a lot of breeds that have the black with the tan. In the case of Burmese Mountain Dogs, they also have some white mixed in as well. These are larger, shaggier dogs used for helping transport, I believe used to help transport like carriages, helping guard and protect cargo, if I remember correctly. They do resemble another breed called the Swiss Mountain Dog, which is a shorter-haired version of essentially the same dog. I prefer Burmese just because I prefer shaggier dogs personally. There are short-haired breeds that I like as well, but most of the time I like shaggier dogs. Just for some reason, I always have. All right, moving on to number 3. Number 3 is the Boxer. I've been around Boxers for a long time. A lot of my relatives have had Boxers, and I actually have a Boxer mix. Yes, they love to jump up on people. That's not just a little stereotype they put in with that breed. That actually happens with a lot of Boxers. I know that my Boxer mix, he loves to jump up on his hind legs and greet people. Very friendly dogs. Another one that kind of gets a little bit of a intimidating reputation just based on their appearance. I've heard people group Boxers with other dog breeds that they deem to be vicious or dangerous, and really they're not. They're very high energy though. Boxers are a breed that I would watch if you have small children, just because they can get pretty excited and pretty high energy, and not that they would try to hurt the child, but just because of them being so high energy, they could easily knock a child over. So that's just something to watch out for if you do have children. But otherwise, beyond that, Boxers are great dogs. They are very loving, very, very friendly dogs. Alright, number 2, and this one's going to get some controversy, I'm sure, is the American Pit Bull Terrier. Now, that title is an actual dog breed, whereas the term Pit Bull that's used in the media and used in a lot of other forms of communication is not a dog breed. The term Pit Bull is usually referring to a series of breeds, like a bunch of different breeds, including American Pit Bull Terriers, often including even American Bulldogs and Boxers at times even. mostly consisting of American Bullies, Yorkshire Terriers, Bull Terriers, a variety of different breeds that share similar characteristics and features in how their bodies are. There's general builds and makeups have similarities, but they are not one actual breed. I have an American Pit Bull Terrier mix. I emphasize the word mix on that because of the fact that she is not purebred. None of my dogs I own are purebred. We don't have any papers on them. They are just, as far as we are concerned, they are mutts. They are mixed breeds because we have no evidence of supporting that they are pure. And that's okay. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having a mix. I love my mutts. I would not trade them in for anything. But American Pit Bull Terriers, regardless of what people will tell you, they are not vicious dogs. They are very, very human friendly. They are animal aggressive. They do have prey drive, but they are not human aggressive. Any dog that attacks a human, and it doesn't matter what breed it is not a healthy dog. There is something actually wrong with the dog itself. And if that becomes the case, as I mentioned before, they should be put to sleep, because no healthy dog should be kept alive if it is attacking humans. Alright, now moving on to our number 1 spot is my personal favorite, Rottweilers. Another breed that has a bit of a negative reputation still, not as bad as what Pit Bulls have now, but Rottweilers still have a little bit of a negative reputation. I still see people posting on like housing developments that they don't want anyone that has a Rottweiler to apply. So, you know, it can still cause a problem for people who are trying to find living space if you own a Rottweiler, just like if you own a Pit Bull, or a Pit Bull I should say. But Rottweilers have always been my favorite. I'm not even sure why. It's probably because they're a larger breed, and I love large breed dogs. My Rottweiler mix, I love him to death. I fell in love with him as soon as I saw his picture in the shelter. And ironically enough, he was drawn to me immediately. He didn't care about anyone else in the room except for me. He came right up to me and sat next to me, which is bizarre because usually most male dogs tend to gravitate towards women. But whatever reason it was, he came to me, and that's kind of how that worked out. So you know, again, I love Rottweilers, favorite dog breed, hands down. And that's going to wrap up my countdown here. This video is running a little bit longer than usual. I do apologize for that. But leave a comment in the section below as to what your favorite dog breeds are, and let me know if you want me to do a part 2, because I've got a ton more dog breeds that I love, including some smaller breeds as well. So don't think that this is all going to be big breeds, because there are some small breeds that I enjoy being around as well. So if you want to see a part 2, please let me know. Check me out on my social media. I've got Facebook, I've got Twitter. I just now added Snapchat, so that'll be in the description below. So if anyone wants to hit me up on Snapchat, I'll be happy to respond back to you as soon as I can. I may be at work, or I might be sleeping, or I might be on a video at the time. So if I don't get back to you right away, don't take offense to it, but I will try to get back to you in a timely manner. Let's see. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Definitely check out any of my other videos I've got on my channel. I'm going to be uploading a video tomorrow as well. I'm trying to keep up with the pace of doing one video a day. I'm going to try to also do more vlogs. I've got my cell phone vlog that came out yesterday. It turned out pretty well, so I'm going to start doing more vlogs on my cell phone, trying to get more regular vlogs out. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you think, and you guys have a nice day.